On this cold February day, we got some snow coming down, and I'm thinking I'm gonna start working on my snowmobile. I've got the coil packs came in today, so we're gonna get these put in the snowmobile and see if that makes any difference and how it runs. So I got my coils here, and right here, I looked up in the manual what the specifications are supposed to be for the resistance between certain wires. So we got a white and a black wire here, and the resistance between those two is supposed to be 0.45 ohms within 15%. And then you also have to check, that's the primary coil measurement, but for the secondary coil, which is the black wire to the spark plug cap, it's supposed to be around 18,000 ohms. So within another 15%. So when I tested these ones that I have in here, they both, I'm just going to tell you, they both checked out at 6.06 or 0.6 for the black to white. So that's a little bit over spec, I'd say. But since they're both that, I don't really know for sure if that's wrong. When I tested these last time, they were tested way different than they did now. But I'm just going to go ahead and swap out these coils because I know these spark plug wires are kind of crappy anyways. So I'm going to grab a 10 millimeter and we're going to get to swapping out some coils. I know I'll need a 10 millimeter wrench because there's one of them that's hard to get to. And then of course, I need a 10 millimeter socket. And there we go. I'm actually going to use my power ratchet for that. So we got our Milwaukee power ratchet. Oh, gonna need a battery too, I suppose, in order to make this thing work. Pop off of there. Pop off of there. Yeah, that spark plug cap, I couldn't get it to sit on there very well, so it's barely even hanging on by a thread. So, thing is junk. Let's not lose my nuts here. Which I've already got one down in here that I can't get. That's a job for a magnet. I really couldn't live without this thing. Really does save you. Okay. And there's the next one. So I got the new coil here, and then you gotta strip the wire off of it without cutting the internal of the wire. Okay, our copper exposed. And the way these work is this clamps around the jacket, so I actually have a little bit too much there. You can see that. This clamps around, this goes inside of the boot. This clamps around the jacket, and the smaller little crimps in there clamp around the wire. So you gotta have them both lined up, and then you just pinch them. As good as you can. Give it a good pinch. And then you pinch this other one around the black insulation. Oh, there's my light shutting off on me. Just like that. That's a good connection. And then you shove your boot on there. And there you go. And you can see inside of there, the terminal is ready to go onto the spark plug. And that's a good connection right there. All right, I got both of my coils ready to go. Go throw it in the snowmobile. All right. And I take it this order of these, where these coils go, does not matter, from what I've learned. Look at that, the new ones even fit. Just gonna get these nuts put on here. Coil. Tighten these down. There we go. For a second there, I thought I stripped her out, but I'd never do that. There you go. You can plug in our wires, doesn't matter which one goes where. I'm just glad these fit. This fits in here. We can run our coil wires over to where they need to go. I'm actually going to go underneath this. What's going on in here? Oh, I see. You just gotta go like this. Push it all the way to the back. Well, there we go. Just went out and took it for a drive, and we're only firing on one cylinder. It starts after a little bit, after it warms up, it starts firing on one cylinder. So I'm not really sure what the problem is, but I'm gonna take these plugs out and see what they look like. On taking out these spark plugs, it appears we were getting way too much oil. Look at that. It's insane. And there's even like oil coming out the top. What in the world? Same with this one. Look at that. Look how much oil's on that. Who the heck tuned this injector pump? It was me. But I never tuned an injector pump before, so I guess I'm learning. But I guess I gotta tear this thing apart so that I can access the injection pump, which for the oil, which is down there. So that would explain why we're only firing on one cylinder, and also being hard to start. Maybe that could have something to do with it. I threw some dollies under it. Now we can move it over to where I'm gonna work on it. All right. Go back and get the camera. Okay, so what I need to do, I didn't put this on all the way, so it should come off pretty easily. Move side panels. And airbox, gotta come out. Move that connector. Slide up and out of there. Panel off. Oh good, that one's stripped. There we go. Simple enough. All right, what I'm up to right now is I'm actually taking this thing down enough where I can get to the oil pump and I can adjust it, which is down in this cavity down here. I got the secondary clutch off. Took some of the airbox, obviously, the electronics components. These are all my components I've taken off so far. including all these electronics. So now I think I'm at a point where I'm gonna, I think I'm gonna have to pull this engine in order to get to this oil pump adjustment, because the way I put it together at first, I don't think I adjusted the oil pump correctly, which is obviously a very important part. So I'm gonna try and pull this clutch off. All right, just update. Just tried to take this clutch off. I don't have the right puller, or I don't have a puller at all. So I tried one janky way of doing it, which was using this hitch ball, which has the same thread, but that was kind of janky and it didn't work. A couple days later from the last clip you saw, I have not got the clutch puller yet, but I'm gonna start tearing some more parts out of this thing. I got some more time. So I'm gonna take things like the exhaust and the oil tank, coolant tank, and whatever I can get off besides the clutch, and then the engine will be ready to pull off the snowmobile. So that's what I'm gonna do today. Puller, this is specifically made for exhaust springs. It's still a pain in the ass, but this kind of helps with the process. Sort of, but still a pain in the ass. I'm not sure how I want to do that one. I think I might just need a regular old needle nose. Got a needle nose, pliers. Gonna try the old-fashioned way. All right, that did it. 1, 2, and 3 connecting to the manifolds. 1, all right, 2. Oh, yeah, that wasn't too bad. All right, we got a couple more holding this thing down. Or one more, I guess. Down inside of here. Just spring right there. So, we'll work at that one, and I'll catch you in a bit. I got that one out. It was kind of a pain, but I just got this piece right here with 2 more springs holding that on. Then we should have all the exhaust components off. And I'm wondering if we should get this cover out of here, but just leave it there for now. See that? Oh, we got one down in there. Great. There she goes. There we go. There's that out. Next thing I'm going to do is take this oil reservoir off. But the way I'm going to do it is I'm just going to unplug that hose and then quickly put my finger over it and then bring it over to this jug, which I've rinsed out, and put it all in this jug so I can reuse it, because why not? There you go. Got some light. Lamps off. All right, get my finger on it. Oh shit, I forgot to unplug this cable. That better not be hard or else. Okay, we're good to go. All right. Bring this over to my jug. So now all we got left to deal with is the coolant, and that's something I'm going to do with a shop vac. But I don't really have a shop vac that's clean is my only problem. I almost want to buy a new shop vac and just have it just for this purpose. So I think that's what I might do. All right, one more thing I want to do before I wait for my puller is take these, what do you call them? Power valves off, because I'm curious to see how much oil is in these. Since I was getting way too much oil, I want to figure out the condition of how these are. Oh, good old Polaris. Oh, never mind, you can get it out just fine. Okay, these actually look just fine. Oh yeah, we got oil dripping out of that thing. Like crazy. Oh yeah, look at that. Wow. Way too much oil in this thing. Do you see that oil coming out of that thing? Dripping out of the exhaust? Holy sh... Look at that. Yeesh. No, I'm not mistaken that that's not normal, right? Because I'm pretty damn sure that's not normal. So, I'm going to put this back together, I guess. I just wanted to take a quick look and see how we're doing in here. But I know we're plenty lubricated, that's for sure. Alright, that's going to be it for part 1. This video is going to be split into 2 or even possibly even 3 parts. Next time you'll see me is when I got the new shop vac that I'm going to use to suck the coolant out. Then I'll also have a puller to pull the clutch off. That way we can pull the entire engine out of the rig. So I think that's going to be about it for this one. And if I'm lucky, I'll see you in the next one.